All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to your wonderful moment with Joebaba. It's good to be on your screen again on this beautiful day where we bring you emotional intelligence, inspirational content on your favorite TV station, talking about MC Ambassador TV. And on today's episode, we're here to bring you wonderful content that would inspire, not just inspire, but to change the narrative of how things operate in our mindset and ensure a positive community and ensure growth in our environment. And I remain your host, the cool, calm, and collected Joe, simply call me the CCC on the MIC. And on today's episode, we've brought to you a wonderful topic that would actually do you benefit, that would be so beneficial and important. And what are we bringing on board today? It's what I call the negative impact of technology on family relationships. As we all know that technology has come to shape the way we relate as a human being and the way we communicate as a family, positively and negatively. We can't just overemphasize on the positive effect that technology has come to do in the midst of human as a being. But in the family relationship these days, we discover that there is a shift and there is a negative impact that this technology is giving us in communicating as a family. Like we all know that communication is very key in the family settings, but there are some negative impact that the technology these days have brought into family relationships. And today we shall be discussing about how those negative impacts impact like sowing discord, isolation, and the impact like distractions that is affecting family. Like we all know that a nation's strength is starting from the family, and once the family's foundation is shaken, so this can affect the whole nation. So as we all know that technology has brought a good impact, no doubt about that, that a lot of people communicate easily. It has made communication easy, it has made civilization easy, but the fact is that so many people are shying away from this impact, and that is why we're bringing it up to your hearings. We all know that yes, it's through technology you can listen to this episode, obviously, but the reason why we are bringing on this negative impact is so that we can pay attention and focus our mind, because these little things, when we try to overlook them, it plays a huge role in our development and growth. All right, let's get to business at this point in time. Like I said, I will be highlighting those negative impact. And firstly, when you look at the settings of family these days, I know a lot of us can be so busy with works and so busy with the ups and downs of life. And when we get home as a family, so many of us find it difficult to create that bond, that relationship. You see, some families, everybody are on their phones, so people are no more communicating. You see, the father and the mother, they are always on their phone. The children sometimes feel isolated because their voice cannot be heard, or their parents are not giving them that opportunity to express themselves. So when you notice that you are becoming so much addicted to your phone, that is taking the space of communication with your family, it's a big thing you need to check out. And that is why we're bringing it to your notice. Not saying that technology impact is bad, but the excessiveness of the detriment it pays to our family relationship. Like I said, the unison and family is much important than our technology, because when we lose the value of family, we begin to lose a lot of benefit. When our children cannot speak to us, we don't give them that chance, we don't give them that opportunity to talk to us. Each time we are always on our phone, it's something that we should check about. And also what I want to bring up to your notice is about how we can start up our days without pressing our phones or technology, because the way you start the morning is important. So many families trying to lose that bond of starting a devotion as a family. Everybody wakes up and they are always on their phone, and nobody seems to care, and all of those values seems to be vanishing in our community these days. So it's something we need to check. And one more thing I want to bring up again is the fact that a lot of distractions are happening when important conversations are supposed to be going on in the family. Sometimes we tend to be distracted especially when something important. Sometimes you cannot be able to, focus on what either your spouse is trying to let you know. Why? Because you are always on the phone, and it's going to play a big role. We've seen so many families, divorced because of this issue that I'm bringing up on board today. A lot of people, just the fact that they are not being present minded while they are in a conversation. Sometimes you might not be on your phone, but when the sounds of those notifications just pops up, we tend to be distracted. So when this distraction pops up, it tends to make our conversation not as strong as we ought to be. And we all know that communication is the life wire of anything, especially in families. So reducing the distraction that you get from, operating your technologies while communicating in your family is very important. Also, another thing I want to bring up on board is creating quality time. Especially this has to do with parent to children. A lot of parents try to shy away from the quality time they are meant to spend with their kids. We all know that yes, we are busy, we go to work, and life demands a lot from us. We go from up and down. But sometimes when we have the little opportunity to spend quality time with our kids, we should honor them that period. You can just, create that discipline just for maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, put down your phones, your gadget, and just give them that quality time that they need. Because these days, a lot of family, you think these things are not important, but they are pivotal and crucial for family bonding. Try and put away your gadgets, give those kids the attention, give them the time that you need, and you'll see that this in attention you're giving them is going to build a bond, is going to build that family connection between the parent and the kids. And also, another thing that I want to bring up on board is the fact that there is a reduction in face-to-face interaction due to the negative impact of technology. What am I trying to say in essence is that these days we discover that most people, with the mode of technology communication we have out there, it has reduced the proficiency and the prowess of verbal communication and face-to-face communication. Like some people, all they do is chat. They just know how to chat. But when it comes to talking to people face to face, we find out that they are so poor in it. Because why? Technology has come to, erase the fact that people are shying away to do face to face communication, which is not helping their communication skills. Sometimes this would even happen when long distance relationship, you're trying to start a relationship, and all you do most of the time is chatting. And when you get to meet the person face to face, you discover that some people are shy to, look at each other, to communicate. So this has been a major problem that we've highlighted in the society, that we should not just rely on communications alone on the phones and all of that. We should try and build ourselves up, how to communicate. Some people, they don't have respect of communication, the way they talk to people on phone, especially this new generation where people just talk to people anyhow on phone, regardless of their age, of their status quo. All of this are negative impact that technology is bringing to us. And a lot of people can come and say, oh, technology has made us to, talk to people who are far away from us and all of that. Yes, whatever has positive always have negative, and we are not trying to shy away from the positive. We're just bringing notes of all those negative impact that technology is playing in our roles. It's not as if they are bad, but taking cognizance of it is going to help us to erase the line. And this is a wonderful way to bring it to your notice, despite the fact that you use technology to watch this. Is another way to learn that yes, its impact can also be negative, and we should always cut our excessiveness and addictions to it. This is how we're going to come on board on hand to today's edition of Moments with Joebaba on your favorite items Ambassador TV. I hope you've been able to have time for your value spent, and it's been a wonderful time. Always remember that growth is important, and you're blessed. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. Bye.